After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 218. It is Monday, August 1st, 2016. As we are recording, it's approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us. We're glad you decided to spend some time with us here in the PHN Fluent Woman Cave. I am Marlisha.
And I'm Tali, also known as Francine Gypsy.
I'm known as Lady Fernico.
I do apologize for the little bit of glare on the glasses. I've tried multiple times to adjust the lighting in here. It's about as good as it's going to get. I did take care of the glare on my forehead, though. So,
as Pam says, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We're keeping it real. Yes, we are.
So, glare on the glasses is just going to happen. I can't figure out how to make that go away.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, not a big deal. All right, she got me off track. We have several new members that we want to welcome officially. We have Susie, who is Sue. Welcome, Sue. We have Crochet by Chanika. I think it's how it's pronounced. Chanika, I think. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Welcome to PHN. We have Exum Tam, who is Tammy. Welcome, Tammy. Mature Crocheter, who is Bonnie. Welcome, Bonnie.
Versus an immature crocheter? Hold on. There we go.
Thank you. Slaw 0514, who is Sheila. Yarn Junkie Mom, who is Chrissy. Welcome, Chrissy. Mish Yarn 2, who is Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. And NASCAR 2448, who is Yvette. Welcome to all of you who have joined officially. We're glad to have you with us, and we are glad to have all of our returning viewers back. And if you are still in the shadows, I will reiterate my invitation that you come and join us officially so you can participate in and be eligible for all the prizes and giveaways and such, because you do have to be a member of the group in order to win those things. Okay. We do have a promotion.
Well, what's in your mug first?
What's in my mug? In my Pen Hook and Needles Tortoise versus the Hare mug, I have my chai tea latte.
And in my Tortoise versus the Hare mug, I have some Plum Deluxe, and I believe this is Rose City Chai.
It's over 90 degrees out, and I'm still having hot tea.
Portland Rose City Chai. I always have hot tea. I don't care what the weather is out. And it's Plum Deluxe.
If I'm sitting outside, I might have something different, but it's inside. Okay.
And I'm not much of an iced tea person. I have to be in the right mood.
Right. We do have a coupon code from Packing Knits One, who is Heidi from the Packing Knits Design Group. Packing Knits Design Group, or is it Packing Knits Group? I'm sorry, Heidi. I can never remember if your group is Packing Knits Design or not. I think it is.
Anyway, she had the group prior to having the podcast.
Right. And she is extending, I said this last week, she's extending a coupon code for her store, for her yarn, for 15% off her yarn. The coupon is Etsy15 for 15% off her yarns only. And it's very generous. And the code will expire September 1st, so check out her yarn. She still has a few left. And like I said, I did this owl hope out of her yarn. This is the Autism Awareness colorway. So her yarns are really nice. And we thank you for that generous coupon code.
Yes, thank you.
The OYCZ Outside Your Comfort Zone Along is going strong. That's PJ Matilda, who is Pam from she changed her name of her podcast. It's now Little Owl Fiber Podcast.
And I've been telling Mom, every time she says your name, I hear Dancing Matilda.
I do too.
In my head. And apparently
Matilda.
There is it's Waltzing Matilda.
Uh-huh.
And apparently there's two different versions of that song. One sung by the Clancys, which is kind of depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And one, I can't remember the guy who sung the other version. Sam something or other, I think.
Well, at any rate, she's having the outside your comfort zone, Cal, and that is just what it sounds like, doing something that you've been intimidated by, and posting it over in the thread, which is not in her group. She didn't have a group when she started this, so she has that particular along. And the Gimme Yarn 418, well, that's Erin. Her podcast is Thank God It's Finished, and that's where Pam's along is going to be. Her OYCZ along is going to be there. All other alongs and things that have to do with Little Owl Fibers will be in Little Owl Fiber group, which is Pam's new group. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is going on from July 1st through August 31st. So you still have a month for this, and she is accepting a whole bunch of things. Like, she accepted my yarn that I had done, my first hand painting that intimidated me because I thought it would go all over the place. So she's accepting a lot of different things. If it intimidates you and it's fiber related, she's accepting it. Okay, let's see. We have a knit spin dialogue with Heidi from Undead Yarn, and that's
spin.
That's what I said. Not spin. The knit spin dialogue along, which is in the Undead Yarn group, which is Heidi. It's exactly what it says. Knit something, spin something, dye something, do all three with it, crochet, whatever. Hand dyed yarn, mm-hmm. hand spun yarn, and they are accepting she's accepting certain indie dyers like Miss Babs. I don't know, I know some people consider Madelinetosh. I don't know if Heidi does. I wouldn't have considered it myself, but mm-hmm. I don't know. But Miss Babs is acceptable. I would think like Marigold Jen and things like that are acceptable. I think if they're on Etsy, they're acceptable, mm-hmm. or if they have a website presence but not a store. Right. I think they're accepted. But if you have a question, ask Heidi. She'll tell you. Yeah. There's the July and August, I believe, craft along in the Turbo Knitter group, and that goes on as long as the cardiac awareness one, I believe. And July and August is how long it goes along. And if you're doing it red, then you can double dip in both groups, ours and in Kenneth's. Mm-hmm. And as I said before, Kenneth has been a little inactive, but he's getting better, and we've seen him in the thread a couple of times, and he's looking good. And please keep him in your prayers. Continue to keep him in your prayers. And that'll be a lot of fun. And we're glad that he's doing that on his own, but kind of sort of in conjunction, but not really with us because he couldn't commit this time because of his health, and we understand that. We'll ask him next year. Exactly. Okay. That is okay. And that's it, because the toy along in Brian's Yarniverse is over. Okay. Because it ended in the end of July. Okay. All right. Prizes for our cardiac along we're not going to do a cardiac fact this time. Heads up right away. It's going to be a little bit longer this time. Yes, Pam, longer. Yeah. Okay. We have prizes to show, but before we show the old ones, we did get some new prizes in from Valeria. She sent a package, and you'll be seeing it throughout the podcast, different parts of it. Valeria sent a couple of skeins of yarn for prizes. One is it's Opal Sport yarn. Mm-hmm. So it's a skein of Opal Sport yarn, and the colorway, well, I can't read this. It's Dutch. Yeah, it's all in Dutch. It's in Dutch, or something. But anyway, it's Opal Sport yarn, and that's a really pretty colorway. Look at the nice little card she put in there. Isn't that pretty? So that's one winner. And then it could be in German, I guess. It could be, yeah. This is Drops Lace, and this is a really pretty sky blue color. And again, she's packaged this very nicely. I'm not going to unpackage it to see what the color is and stuff. But this is a lace weight, and Drops has nice yarn. This is Baby Alpaca and Mulberry Silk. So this is going to be these are going to be a couple of nice prizes for two different lucky winners. And then we also have, B-Wing, who is Brittany. I'm going to have to get out of frame for just a second here so I don't knock my tea over. Sorry, watch that bag so I can put this down, please. Okay. B-Wings, who is Brittany, sent us some note cards to give you all, and you know how much we love her note cards. So she sent us these note cards, a package of these note cards for one winner, which is awesome. Okay. Mama C, who is Christina, sent us 2 skeins of bulky weight yarn for one person here, and that's, I believe that's these. Yes, these are from Christina. And this is the color. It's really pretty. It's like
that's really
rusts with a little bit of green in it. It's so pretty, very autumnal. And it'll make like a nice cowl or hat, or there's 2 of them, and they're, how many yards do they have here? Oh, 120 yards. That's pretty good for bulky.
So it gives you about 240.
You have 240 yards in here, so you could even do a hat and mitts even. So that's really good. Thank you, Christina.
Or you could do a toy.
You can do, yeah, absolutely, an owl. And then this is from Talia. Okay, this is Miss Babs. Yowza, what a skein. And the colorway, I think,
it's
is
showing
Clematis.
a little brighter than it is.
Yeah, it's a little deeper purple than it's showing. A little brighter purple. The purple is brighter on the screen. Okay, we have Mariette. She did 2 skeins of bulky yarn, black with pops of red and silver gray, and a skein of Knit Pick Sport yarn, which is pink. I think that's, no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, this is it. So this is one winner here, and this is the other. Okay. We have a skein of Malabrigo worsted in the ripe peach colorway. This was a prize that was donated to us one of the last alongs that was never claimed, and that's the color. It doesn't show up well enough. It's a kind of a dusty peach, and it goes from light to medium. It's really pretty. And that one, somebody didn't claim it last time, so it's going back in the prize package. And along with it goes this Lorax sock size tangerine designs bag. Okay, we have a skein of Mountain Colors hand painted lace weight in the winter lace juniper color. That's this. And this was also donated to us, but I don't know who did. And I appreciate whoever did.
Yeah.
This is lovely yarn. It got separated from the tag of the person that we usually keep pretty good notes on this, and I don't remember who it was that donated this, but it's really pretty. It's got mauves and like grays, kind of purple grays and pinks, or orange. It's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
And this is
no orange in that.
Yeah, there's some right here. Well, I guess it's maybe a peachy
pink.
orange, but it is 50% wool, 50% silk. 600 yards. And what's this here? I don't know what this is. This is from, this is the card. Oh, this one I don't even have it on my. This is from Debbie.
Oh, you threw stuff.
Oh, I keep dropping stuff. This is from Debbie 1608. It's yarn that she dyed. No, this is not. This is from. Who did this? Oh, this is from Candy. This is from Candy.
Candy, yeah.
This is from Candy. Very nice. This is Heritage Prints, Cascade Yarns, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. I think you can make socks with this. Or anything you want, actually, but it's got, yeah, it's got 437 yards. Okay, so that's this one. And there's another skein in here. We have a nice number of prizes here. This one is the other one I was talking about. This is the this is the one Debbie did. Hand-dyed pinks and purples, and her friend did these lovely little gingerbread stitch markers. See the stitch markers there? And the colors are a little brighter than they actually are, but the colors are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And this is called...
Actually, it's pretty true. That's pretty true.
It is further back. She doesn't have a colorway on here, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So we have those prizes. Oh, plus the knit red and crochet red.
Yes.
That'll be coming from Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, so that goes here. Oh, you know what we forgot to mention was... Oh, that's over with. The Whip It's over with. But we forgot to mention the... well, you're going to mention it since I've been doing all the talking, because you're not going to do a cardiac fact today, right? Okay, so these are all the prizes for the cardiac read along. And now we're going to go into the one that Laura our co-host, is Spicy Homemaker. I am sorry, Melissa. My head is obviously not completely screwed onto my shoulders right now.
Well, I'm glad it's not on your shoulders. It should be on your neck.
Well, I don't have a neck right now.
You don't have a neck?
There. Melissa is our co-host. She's from the Spicy Homemaker, and you have to keep an eye on her podcast because in order to win prizes in our groups, you have to be a member of both groups.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and she has pop-up.
She has pop-up threads, and they show up unexpectedly, and sometimes she mentions them in our group, and sometimes she doesn't. So you really need to make sure you watch both and keep an eye on the threads because there have been some wonderful prizes. I think I think that's closed now. The one that Kylan picked.
Yeah, that was closed.
Yeah,
now.
I think that's. So the last one, her son Kylan had a birthday, and he was going to pick the winner based on what he liked. So well, I don't know who was going to win that. I don't know if she's already picked it or if she's getting ready to pick it.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. So, so that's that. But now we also have the other current along with Laura,
which is Tortoise versus Hare. Hold on. That has been really hopping in the group. We've been seeing a lot
no
of...
pun intended.
Yes. We've been seeing a lot of tortoises and hares. The tortoises still have more votes, but I believe the hares are catching up with numbers of toys.
Yes, and there are 12 team hares now and 16 tortoises.
Well, then it sounds like we got a vote.
Yeah. Well, there was one, it was funny, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Diana, who, her daughter, I think it was, wanted her to make a tortoise, but she wanted to make a tortoise, but her daughter wanted to make a bunny, or the reverse, and she ended up making a bunny.
Yeah.
I was like, no, now you have to make a tortoise. But, yeah.
Diana's team hare.
I don't remember who it was. I don't know, I don't remember who it was. I just remember that one of them really wanted to make a tortoise and ended up making a bunny.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that was.
Or vice versa. I can't remember. Anyway. It's actually in Laura's group.
Yeah, I remember the conversation in Laura's group, but I just don't remember who it was. So we are doing it with Crocheting Hoovie. It was her brainchild.
It's her baby.
It has been a lot of fun. It's been a very active Cow. We have mugs, which right now are only available as prizes, and for the those of us who are running the Cow, you have a chance to win this. You have a chance to win one of these mugs in either group.
And it's not a different mug. Mine has, so you can see the turtle on the back. For those of you who are new.
It's And
then the verses in the middle.
So you have a chance to win this mug. It's not yet available for sale outside of the.
So if you see Laura with it, that's why you know.
It
was a gift for her asking us to do this.
The T-shirts are up in the shop. There's Team Tortoise and there's Team Hare. So we're not wearing them today. Mine's currently in need of washing.
Mine's in my drawer. I just came back from adoration, so I wasn't going to wear a T-shirt to church.
But I thought of wearing it. I just wasn't going to pull it out of the laundry. I thought of doing my laundry yesterday, and then I decided not to.
The one ear, not the other.
So, thoroughly enjoying this.
Pacifics?
Make a tortoise or a hare.
One whip per project per week. Taya's finished FOs get her designs, not only her objects. If you make Oops the Bunny, Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle, or Timmy the Timid Turtle, if you make any of those three, they get double for the finished objects in each group. But any tortoise or turtle and any bunny or hare is eligible for a prize. One whip per project per week, the finished object whenever you finish it.
Yes.
And Laura's got all the rules in her group, and we are using her rules.
Yeah.
Because it is her along. And you must be a member of both groups. So that's good. What else? And she's fantastic to watch. She just makes me laugh. I think that's it for the toy along.
It's not a toy along.
I mean the tortoise versus the hare. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
If you haven't gotten started with it, you really need to. It's so much fun.
The energy in there is a lot of fun.
No, we don't accept like those little shawls with the owls on them, or with animals. Not for owls, but you know what I'm talking about, for turtles.
It has to be a toy.
It has to be a toy. Okay, a tortoise or a hare. At least I don't think anyone's asked Laura that. It just kind of popped in my head, and if she says it's okay, then we'll accept it. But I don't think that's the point.
No, I think the point is to make tortoises and hares.
Excuse me, tortoises and hares. Yes. Okay. I think that's it.
I think so too. We almost might be due for a second cup of tea because I'm almost out.
Well, she waited so long that my tea's getting cold.
I was fixing lighting.
Okay, so we probably should get our next cup of tea.
Because we usually take our second tea cup break around the time we start projects.
So we will be back in a few minutes. Bye. Everybody, welcome back. Where are we? What are we into?
We're doing rough drafts now.
All right.
So how many do you have?
I think I have 9.
Oh, you worked on more than I thought you did.
Me too. Yeah, 9.
I have 10. So I'll
you go first. You worked on a lot too.
Let me just... Because the first thing I'm going to show is the thing I'm actually working on. I would have had 9, except for the fact that I never initially count this blankets, which I only work on during the podcast, but it makes it so I do get some work done on it. Oops, it's a bunny.
Indeed.
Hold on. Okay. This is Kay's Fault Mitered Square blankets, and I'm using yarn that's anywhere. It's like sport DK worsted. I think I have double fingering once in here. Okay. So I started this square last week, and I'm still working on it because I only work on this during the podcast right now.
So pretty. I still like this color.
It is very pretty.
Makes me think of dragonfly wings or something. Dragon wings.
So
Very pretty.
The blanket is slowly but surely being worked on. This one I know will get a lot of work when we go on vacation in September. Simply because we have a long car trip, and this is perfect for a long car trip. But yeah.
Okay. What bag is it in?
It's in, hold on, Pod Blue jean Batgirl bag.
And she's out there still. I checked her shop one time. She still has bags. She has an Etsy shop.
I keep my cross stitch in the Nightwing one she made me.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice bag, the Nightwing one.
It is.
This one is too. All right. My first one is my Follow Your Dream project from the Yowza Way at Shawl 3. That's Susan B. Anderson. And I'm using US 8 5mm Child Goo. Chai Goo Goos. And Miss Babs Yowza What Escape in the Grand Dreams colorway. And I only worked on this a little bit yesterday. But I did about 3 or 4 rows while I was watching television, watching a movie. So it's not anywhere near ready to be finished up, but this is one of those that I'm not in any hurry. And this is lots of blues, maybe some kind of purpley in there as well, lavender kind of purples. It's really showing up brighter than it is. It's very saturated, but it's not quite that bright. I'm trying to see if the closer I get it, the brighter it seems to get. So
It's just not going to capture it, really.
it's hard to get the blues sometimes, but it's really, really pretty. There, that's kind of better. You can see, at least you can see the differences. And I started this a while back. I actually started this when I started my other one, and I got distracted.
And this is the same pattern as this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see what the shape will be.
Yeah. It'll be, of course, this color.
Yeah.
And yes, these are our colors, as rather than the colors that we have been using lately, which are opposite of what we usually use. Out of our comfort zone, right?
I'm not doing anything different than I normally am.
We were for a while. I still have my sock knitters
Well, I haven't worked on my shawl in a while.
No, but my point is that we do have that. Recently, we had that. We just haven't done it on the last couple of podcasts. And this is in my Knitting's My Bag Night Owls bag. This is medium size.
Okay, so next one. Let me just...
And if you see me looking over here, those are my notes.
Alright, the next one is in
Our Mountain of Joy.
Yes, in my Plover Bird Owls bag.
I'm so cute. Look at the eyes on this. This is cute.
Paid in Full, Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. And I'm using Miss Babs Yazwood Skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless.
It's very close to her Mad Hatter cat colorway, but not the same.
It is.
I like this colorway.
So, initially I had just been doing this Dance All Night slouch socks, but I didn't want to do a second pair in the exact same yarn, and I prefer knitting this sock anyway.
And I don't like it slouching unless I want it to slouch.
That's what I've discovered too.
So,
Actually, I've discovered I just don't like slouchy socks.
I mean, I'll push it down if I want it to be lower.
I've been folding mine.
I don't like to fold it. I'll just push it down.
But there you go.
Very pretty.
You see, I feel like it's messy. I think that's why I don't like them slouching.
I gotta remember, when I was, not growing up but young adult, it was the 80s, and that was the thing, to have the leg warmers and the slouch stuff.
And the sweater half off your shoulder.
Half off. Yeah, sweater half off. I did that.
So yes, these got a little bit of work.
Okay, the next one on my needles is the Violently Happy Shawl. It's just a pattern out of my head, and I'm using US 8s, which are 5mm needles, and Undead yarn in the Vampiri base in the Violently Happy Accident colorway. And I did get some work done on this as well. In the middle of the row? I don't think so. And these are Knit Pitch circulars. These are interchangeables. Kind of bunched up on the needle, so I can't really see how you get an idea of how long it's getting. It's going to be a narrow kind of scarf shawl, because I'm just going to do this till I finish the skein, so I have no idea how wide it's going to be. Oh, that's pretty good. It's, again, a little bright. I think it's the overhead lights and things are brightening it up, but those are the colors. There's pinks.
It's probably how I have the camera set too.
Yeah, it's pinks, purples, blues, and oranges. And it's still brighter than it is, but it's very, very
it's
pretty.
Close, though.
It's very pretty. Heidi did an excellent job on this. I wouldn't mind having this in a heavier weight. Not my colors, but I like this particular colorway. It's just so pretty. Very pretty.
Be pretty bunny.
Yeah, it would. Heidi's rolling her eyes at us. All the way from where she's on her cruise or wherever it is, she's rolling her eyes at us. We love your yarn, Heidi.
Yes.
And this bag is my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag by Kim, who's Black Horse. And I think this is her sock bag, but it's actually a fairly good size for a sock bag. I have my shawl in here, so it's a nice size. And I like this. I can, hook it onto something, and it stays put. I had it hooked onto my purse when I was walking around the commissary the other day. Martin's, to be more specific. I call it the commissary because my husband was in the military for 20 years and my father was in there for 24, so I call every grocery store the commissary. So yeah, that's that. Okay.
I actually had to correct myself a lot of times.
I don't bother. I don't bother. My friends at work and everything used to look at me, and they finally figured out I was talking about Martins, and that was it. And that was my quirk, and they had to deal with it.
Okay. Next.
Sorry about the slurp.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you just fibbed.
I never fib.
Was that a fib, though?
No.
The Star Trek episode. He lies, but he says that. Remember, it's the one with
with the robots.
With the robots.
Yeah.
And the smoke starts coming out of your ears. But he's a liar. But if he lies, and he says that He's a liar, but wait, he lies. Must explain. Must explain.
No, it was go to the whoever the central thing was.
Well, that was the central guy who was having the
Well, they all had meltdowns.
Yeah, but he was in the end he was the one that meltdown. Anyway, it doesn't make any sense out of context.
Yeah, you have to watch Star Trek, the original series, to understand that.
I can't even remember the name of that particular episode.
No, I can't remember it either.
You had what's his face in it?
Mud.
Mud in it.
One of Mud's episodes.
But it wasn't called Mud.
No.
Anyway, big sidetrack. So this is Debbie Reese Designs bag. Won this from Spicy Homemaker for the
You got it right.
Spicy Mama.
Spicy Mama.
For Melissa's knitting games. And this is Cozy Hearth Socks pattern. I'm sorry, this is Cozy Hearth Socks project, Three Chimneys pattern by K.F. Jones of Baker Bears fame. Using undead yarn in the werewolf base in the color Phoenix Ember. And this is one that initially it is a fingering weight pattern. I've adjusted it to make it a, I believe this is her, is this DK or Sport?
It was Sport.
DK.
Oh, this is DK, okay.
It's werewolf.
Oh, it's her new werewolf, yeah.
So, I finished one sock, and it fits quite lovely. I've taken detailed notes on my project page so I can repeat what I've done.
So pretty.
Oh, that's turned up very nicely.
That's very nice, yes. Very close.
I
had to bite my tongue so I said, we're getting very close.
There we go.
Very pretty.
This shows up nicer than the pictures I've taken to try to show the pattern.
Let's see it along here. It's very pretty.
Yes. So first sock is finished.
It's kind of a salmon-y.
Well, it's a pale brick, is what it is. Because there are bricks that are that shade.
Yeah, there are, but that wouldn't be my first thought if I looked at it, though. I can see it, but it's not what my first thought would be. It's got a little bit of brown in it.
Mm-hmm. Just like a brick would.
Very pretty.
Then I started right away the second sock. I think I have a couple more rows of ribbing before I start into the pattern. Are you kicking me with my sock?
I'm not kicking you. Your sock is kicking you.
What are we, in Beauty and the Beast, where I have animated objects?
I believe it.
So, and it has an owl stitch marker by CJ Knit.
I like her stitch markers. They're awesome.
Yes, they are.
I have an owl, too.
Those are my go-to stitch markers.
I have to go through my stuff again and find my stitch markers.
But yes, I'm very happy to have one of these socks.
And it's C. Jane Knits.
Yeah.
It's on Etsy, if you're
And
interested.
Jane is spelled Jayne.
Mm-hmm. Just like Firefly.
Yes, and that's usually how I remember it. Actually, she needs to make some Firefly stitch markers.
Well, tell her. Ask her to do them. I'm sure she will. She's very talented.
Mm-hmm. So.
Okay. My next one is my Winter Storm shawl. It's in my... Oops. It's a bunny.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny? Yeah.
Mm.
It's okay. Just leave it. Just leave it. Call more attention to it. In my Mama C bag. This is my Mama C bag. Yes. My words bag.
I'm so sick of words. I'm hidden down from you. All you think listen to.
Okay, I got a fair amount done on this. Okay.
I actually like that song.
I
Isn't that
do
the
too.
one, the few of the ones she sang in her own voice?
I think so.
Because
Might have
usually
been
they
Marty
had
Nixon.
Marty Nixon just died.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Bill told
hearing
me that.
Yeah, I think she was like 95 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, here you can see my progress marker. It's approximate. My progress keeper. Oh, the colors are showing up really well for this one.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is my winter shawl, my winter storm shawl, and this is by Caitlin French. I was really tickled pink. I was wondering what to do for the Canada along. Everybody's so excited about, but I didn't want to buy a Canadian pattern or buy Canadian yarn if I didn't have it already. This pattern is Caitlin French. She's Canadian. The bank head that I am making is Susie Gorley. She's Canadian. So I have 2 projects on the needles that are Canadian, and I can do along. I'm very happy about that. So I did a fair amount of work on this. This is what I wanted to work on for some reason. It's very simple, and I love the colors. It's just very soothing to work with.
You see, I would have probably never picked up something in those shades to work with.
Well, this is that yarn that I got that very first time.
Ago.
This is like super, super deep stash when basically all we had was acrylic.
Yeah.
And no, we're not snobs, but we were starting out and we had acrylic yarn. And this, I think, was the first non-acrylic yarn I bought. I had this much left of the first skein. This is how big the other skeins are. So I'm about halfway through this. And this is, I'm trying to see if I can find the, do I have it in here? Oh yes, it's Bella Sarah's Knitting Basket yarn, which is sport weight in the Northern Lights colorway. And it's 80% Huakea and 20% merino. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it's not necessarily rough. It's not super wash, so it would felt. I'm gonna have to be careful if I block it. I don't know if I will block it because it's pretty soft the way it is. You feel it?
In the middle of trying to fix something. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like this bag a lot, and it fits my project and all the yarn and everything.
I guess I did do it. No, I made a mistake. Okay.
And this is, what was I going to say about this? I was going to say something about this. Oh, they're my US 8s, 5mm knit pick Caspians. And Taya is fixing something.
I think I fixed it. I tried to decrease in an area where I was not supposed to decrease. I think I fixed it though. That was a little disconcerting.
What's your turn?
Okay, well let me knit across this.
Oh, the name of that shawl pattern is a Terribly Simple Shawl by Caitlin French. And French has a double F. I don't know if that's just a play on words or that's actually the way she spells her name, but that's how I remember it when I'm looking for it.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual spelling.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, let me do my decrease that actually belongs over here.
You are making them wait.
My next one that I'm going to talk about, good, I think I fixed this. Whoopsie.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny. Is my, Shadow Cat, socks, which is Miss L's basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L. And I'm using Undead yarn in the Witch base, and the colorway's Hexen Beast. And it is Hexen Beast self-striping. It's in my Silver Shed USA Nursing Caps on Blackfield. So, this is for Mom.
Hi, socks. Hi, socks.
Because she purchased the yarn.
And she wanted to work it.
Yes.
And the only way she could work it, she made me something.
I might be able to get 2 socks out of
one?
one skein, in which case you'll get a skein back.
Or you can make your own socks.
I might do that. But I wasn't going to claim it because I hadn't bought the yarn.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that. I can either give it to you or we can do a trade or something.
Mm-hmm. But look at that.
That's so cool.
I think if I did make socks for myself, I'd probably use the exact same pattern.
But you would be bored.
I don't know. I love this pattern. I think I just didn't like that slouchy pattern.
Could be.
And I would wait a little while before I started it.
If you start it from the inside instead of the outside, it'll be opposite stripes for mine, and you can have a different...
It wouldn't make that much of a difference.
Well, just so we don't get them mixed up. Because they are the exact same size.
And chances are of me raiding your sock drawer is very small.
Yeah.
I think I have about 1 inch or 2 before I start the toe.
So pretty.
And I really love, I love heel flaps.
That would make a cute owl or bunny or something, too.
Mm-hmm. So I've thoroughly enjoyed working this pair of socks. I like self-striping yarn. The problem is there's not a lot in the DK sport weights.
Yeah.
Or worsted weight.
Which one was the place that we saw that had some...
Nomadic Yarns, I have some coming in from her.
Yeah.
And
obviously Heidi does it.
Yes. So, when I see self-striping in a heavier weight, I tend to like to pick it up because you don't see a lot of it.
That reminds me, I was going to say, well, I'll say it when I do the other thing. Don't let me forget.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
I'll put it there. Okay. All right. My next one is my Tiger Eyes Preemie hat. And that is in my Kikiboo bag. This is her medium Kikiboo holiday bag. Holiday Owls bag. Kind of like Sunshine. I loved that little owl video. Sunshine posted on my Facebook page this little owl video. It's a person petting an owl. I never knew you could pet an owl. It must have been in captivity because its mother, wouldn't feed it or was abandoned or something, because it was very tame. It just sat there and got scratched on the head and under, just kind of like this. It was so cute. So thank you, Sunshine. That brightened my day. And we miss you in the group.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is, you might say, hey, this is already finished. No. No.
This is the second
This
one.
is the second one. And you can see the progress I've made on this one. It's coming along really nicely. I want to try and finish my yarns. And this is nice and warm for the fall coming up. It's a fall color, so the people in the pregnancy center or at the hospital can use it for babies who are born in the fall or in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel bad about using this. This is a bulky weight. I prefer to use a worsted weight if I can, but the bulky weight will do as well.
It'll do pig.
It'll do pig. Because babies get cold. They have no hair on their heads.
Yeah.
Some of them do, but... So yeah, and this is a loom
I
knit.
had a fair amount of hair.
Not like some.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might have had a little bit of hair when you came, and then you didn't have hair for the next year. Her pigtail stuck out like this. Bing! for like 2 years. Davina had all this little hair, and some ties went bing! Like bolts from from Frankenstein. Or we had a little pebbly poo. Yeah, both the girls had pebbly poo. I can't say that too loud because Davina has a cow. But anyway.
A literal cow.
A literal cow. It's quite funny. Okay, your turn.
Actually, what I need you to do is go through here and choose next color.
What's the last one?
The last one is this green. Oopsie, hold on.
There's a bunny.
Yes. I have to still have to bind that off. Last one's a green. There's orange kitty corner and there's pink underneath.
I can pick anything I want?
Anything you want.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. It's going to take her a little while, apparently. There's only 5 colors in there, and she's going to sit there and ruminate. Okay. This is our next color.
It must be perfect.
So the next one I'm going to talk about is in my Plover Bird Kissing Bunnies bag. This is my last Plover Bird purchase. I'm trying to remember, this might have been a one she made specifically for me.
I think I told you about this one.
But I don't think she had this
She
size.
might not have had the large.
Because I asked her for a sweater size.
Right.
I do remember asking her for a sweater
that's
size.
probably what it was. Because I told you about it, and then you wanted a bigger size. Because I don't think she had the big one.
So
you may hear noises. My husband's coming home.
This is my Cardiac Ride Along 2016. And this is a cabled knee-highs pattern by Deborah Norville. And I'm using Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the colorway Airport Hot Sauce. And this pattern comes from the Knit Red book. So whoever wins Knit Red will have this pattern.
Mm-hmm. And it's not that book. You'll be getting a book from Amazon.
Yeah, no, this is my book. I can't believe it's taken me so long to knit something from this
I need to
book.
get that book because I have the crochet one, but I'm not using it at this point.
So I'm just working straight right now. I think I have to go till it's 13 inches. Here's where the calf is, and then I've lowered into the leg.
Very nice.
So, and it'll stretch.
Very pretty.
And I have always loved cables.
Yeah. Cables are fun.
I will do cables any day over color work. Even though I can do color work, it's just not my preference. I know it sounds funny considering the fact that I design toys with color work, but it's different. That's not any stranding or... Because when I was doing color work...
It's also a different animal to do it in knitting and crocheting.
When I was doing it for my grandma's sweater, I used to hold one color in one hand and hold the other color in the other hand while I was knitting, because I can knit with both hands. I just prefer to knit continental.
Whatever it is that crocheters usually do.
Yeah. But I initially learned to knit the other style. Anyway.
Okay. Moving along. I haven't worked on this one in a while. You haven't seen my bag that Valeria gave me last year for my birthday in a while. I love this bag. It's fun. I have it hanging on my doorknob because it doesn't fit in my shelf. But this is my Under the Boardwalk shawl. It's a Drea shawl by Craig Rosenfeld. No, Vonnie, this is not yours. Yours is the one coming from Spicy Mama. Spicy Homemaker. But I did make some progress on this. Not a whole lot. I love this pattern. I wanna finish this one, but I want to make it in a sport weight or a worsted weight, maybe in Miss Babs. But I didn't do a whole lot. You can see the progress keeper there, the progress marker. And I think I have, let's see, I think I have like 40 stitches or something like that on here. I have to go to a substantial amount more. I think I'm about a third of the way through before I can just do the main color. And I like this. I really do. It's not a difficult knit, and it's just relaxing. You have to pay attention when you're changing the colors, but other than that, it's just fine. I suppose you could use stripy yarn if you wanted to.
I'm sure people have.
And people I'm sure have. I think it would kind of mess up your stripes a little bit because you're supposed to change colors every 2 rows. But, yeah, if that's what you want to do, it would be fine, I'm sure, and then just change to the solid color. And this is by Craig Rosenfeld. He writes a very nice pattern. It's not a difficult pattern. It's just a matter of my sitting down and doing it, but I have Project ADD. And I've got 2 bags in here, 2 sock bags in here to keep my colors straight. They're both knitting my bag, my Cardinal bag and my Faith, Hope, and Love bags. They fit in this bag very nicely. It's a nice size bag. Okay. That's it.
Alrighty, so my next project is...
before you get started,
no problem. I'm leaving it in.
That pattern calls for make one left and make one right, and because I was having such a hard time seeing the bar to do that, I am just doing a make one right and make one left. No, I'm doing a knit front and back instead of the make one right and make one left. Somebody had asked me about that earlier, and I did answer, but it seems to be working. I'm sure it's changing it a little bit, but not enough that it makes a difference to me, and it's consistent, so it's fine. I'm sorry, Taya, go ahead.
Okay. So the next one is a new project. You're going to notice... Oh, no, I'm sorry. This one's not new. This one was here this week. This bag, yes. In my Ploverbird Birdie... No, this is not Ploverbird. This is Neath My Bag. Birdie's bag is April the Easter Bunny.
It's my bag, Ploverbird bag. These are plover birds.
Yes. And I'm the designer.
Oh, yeah.
This is an oops. And I'm using Undead yarn in the cemetery base. The colorways Grape Ape and Atlantis. Atlantis is just for the eyes. And where's my other project?
So pretty. And it does have a little bit of blue undertones in this purple. The lavender.
These are actually leftovers from Martin. And I have another skein in here, but I still have some left before I start the new skein.
It is the skein that never
So I'm actually kind of excited about how much I'm able to get out of.
Look how small.
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like a mushroom. No, a mushroom with a tail. Oh, it's cute.
So it's a collapsed bunny. Sans ears and legs and muzzle
tail.
and tail. But she is
Adorable.
slowly but surely on her way.
Very cute.
So, tonight I probably should cake up the second skein because I will need it to finish the bunny.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, I don't have quite enough.
Oh, yeah, obviously. That's all you have. Okay. My next one is my Jazzy Stripes hat from the Bankhead pattern by Susie Gorley, my other Canadian designer. And it's in my Knitting's My Bag medium gnomes bag. I refuse to call it the Lazy Gnomes bag anymore. And I'm not too far from the decreases, so I'll be able to see if I like the 9-inch circulars that I picked up to bind off with this. I love the color of this yarn. And I may have picked up more of this type of yarn because apparently they're discontinuing it.
Oh no.
So I picked up another of this color and a few others that I will show you when it comes in.
Why would they discontinue it?
I don't know, but when I looked on Ravelry, it said it was discontinued, and everyone who has it is holding on to it. So this is, I love this colorway. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think I can get 2 hats out of one. So
Out of one hat?
Out of one skein.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So, yeah, I'm happy about that. And I have in here, for when I finish, because I'm not going to want to go right away into the same yarn, the next one I will be doing will be this. And you recognize this is my one of my yarns that I dyed. This is the bubblegum oops. So that will become 1 or 2 bankheads, I think. So I can see how it works up in a knit. Okay.
So, next in something in the same vein is Candy, which is also an Oops the Bunny.
New one.
It's a new one. Designed by me, and I'm using Lady Fernico's Creations 100% Superwash Merino Worsted in the colorway Cotton Candy Oops. So, I had polled people on Instagram to see what color I should do for the eyes. And y'all suggested the blue-green. It's a blue-green. I was a little afraid it kind of blends, and it does a little bit.
But you can see it.
But you can see it. After I'd chosen the color, a non-knitting friend on Facebook was like, I was going to suggest one of the light green for contrast.
And he was right.
He was right, but which makes me laugh because he was in no way someone I would consider artistic. He was an engineering major before they discontinued the engineering major at my school.
Nicest guy you ever want to meet.
Mm-hmm. You've actually never met Bill.
I think I did. He was wanting to go in the seminary, right?
But it's not Messy Will.
Did he want to go to the seminary too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That might have them confused.
You might have. I don't think you ever met Bill. I know a lot of Bills, apparently. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the eye that gets a little bit more.
There we go. This is the one that kind of...
But you know what? When you put the muzzle in, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because the muzzle's white, right?
It depends on how much yarn I have.
You don't do the same color as the rest of the money, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess
Look at the mug,
Yeah,
Mom.
I guess we do. Yeah.
So,
It'll be fine.
There we go.
It's cute. I like the way it's working up, even if I do say so myself.
It looks kind of like a pale patriotic. And I started
candy.
the body. So that's the upper body. So, this is worsted weight yarn. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. So this is worsted with a G-hook 4.0, I believe, millimeter. Yes. To design this, I have it marked as worsted. It might have been a heavy worsted.
An Aran, maybe.
And I used a 4.25 hook. That, plus I think my gauge has tightened a bit since I designed the pattern. But look at the difference between this worsted weight bunny and this worsted weight bunny.
Quite a difference.
Quite a difference. So I might have enough yarn. Because I'd had to use 400 yards for this worsted weight bunny. But, it was a slightly bigger hook, a slightly bigger yarn, and a different gauge.
You used 400 yards for that?
That's what I have marked on the pattern.
Because this is only going to be, what, 230 or...
I think I'll be fine.
220.
If not, I'll just do different colors for
ears, and
the tail's already a different color.
Yeah, and the muzzle maybe.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So, but, I mean, you see how much I have still.
You might have enough.
I had this feeling I'll have enough. Because my head is so much smaller.
Yeah, it is. You could almost put 3 of them in there.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's a crazy difference. My gauge has changed a lot.
It's as big as the tail, almost.
I know. I know. My gauge has changed a lot.
Wow.
Since I started designing. I've tightened up a lot. Which I kind of felt like I might have, but it didn't really strike me until I started comparing the bunnings.
Right.
But 17 designs later.
Well, you're getting your flow or groove or whatever you call it. Okay, my next one is, let's see here.
Oh yeah, speaking about 17 designs later, 2 years ago, yesterday, I've released Barry for the first time.
Yay!
So, 2-year anniversary of Francis and Gypsy Designs.
Okay, in my, I keep calling this the Monet, but it's actually a Sarah bag. This is Knitting's My Bag, her large sweater bag. Is my cherub, the cheerful baby turtle. I've started working on him again. And I'm just about ready to change to the undershell for this. Oops, I didn't.
It's a bunny.
It is. Let me just. Did I catch both of them? I did not. I thought I had caught both of these loops. Might be a problem if I don't have both of them here. Anyway, this is Cascade yarn. So if I can get this in, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch.
What
both
are you
these
trying
loops.
to do?
Catch both these loops. Okay. Anyway, this is the cheerful cherub, the cheerful baby turtle from the Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle.
Are you doubling yarn?
No. This is where I'm getting. This is where I do the. I just haven't finished the stitch.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting ready to change into the red.
Oh, okay.
This is the Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle pattern by Talia, and I'm making this for the Cardiac Red Along. I was making it for the Amy Along, but I think that's done. Tortoise and the Tortoise versus the Hare. This is Cascade Yarn's Cherub Collection Kaleidoscope, DK Weight, and Knit Picks Barber Sport. Okay, so the colorway.
I think you might be right. I think the Amy Long might be done. I've kind of got behind on that.
I'm going into this colorway.
Like that'd be nice.
Okay. So I'm using a bee hook. Bee hook, is that what that says? Bee hook?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using a bee hook for this.
2.25 millimeter.
2.25 millimeter.
That's actually nice and clearly written.
Yes, it is. And I work on these as I can. And I'm going to have to put this one aside again for a reason that you will see later. Okay.
So, there we go. Next one that this one. So, let me put this down. Sorry,
What is that?
Someone calling me from Florida. That must be a spam call because I don't know anyone in Florida.
Right.
Okay. In my Kickapoo Bags Autism Awareness bag is something I did not intend to start. It's called Totally Vlair's Fault. And this is the Pippin Socks pattern by Claire Ellen. This is from her collection. I believe this might be Bag End.
Oh, is that Bag End? I didn't know if it was a Fellowship.
I can't remember if this is Fellowship or Bag End.
It's a really nice collection.
And the socks are in the collection. These are actually called Peregrine, but if you look up the pattern on Ravelry, it's called Pippin. And these
Beautiful.
are Cablelicious. It's not showing up very well. Ah, there we go.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look at that. You know that I could not resist. And all of these patterns
The
are
patterns
this
are all
Cablelicious.
beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful.
So, needless to say, I fell in love. Even though they are finger and weight socks. I couldn't resist the cables. And I couldn't figure out with that complex of a cable pattern how to adjust it. So I just bit the bullets and pulled some Miss Babs fingering weight that I had out.
Isn't it Miss
and
Babs
so,
fingering weight?
Mhm.
Huh.
When I was doing the brioche
Oh, right.
shawl, I just stole that yarn. So I've done the ribbing, and I started the first few rows of
cables, yeah.
cabling.
That's very pretty.
So,
You can't see it very well, but if you look close, you can just see the tops
yeah,
of the cable.
I hadn't gotten very far.
Focus. Ooh, that's showing the colors pretty well. It's a little bit different, but it's more of an aqua blue green, and then blue pops.
Yeah, it's
It's very close to her color of her shirt.
Yeah. So this is something that is very enjoyable. I had to have the cables. There's no question about it.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Did I miss one? I think I did miss one. How many do you have?
I had 10.
But how many do you have left?
I have 2.
Okay, I did miss one. Okay, let me do this one first. This is my Under the Mistletoe project, and this is Susan Ashcroft, I believe, her Just Knit It pattern. And I keep working this. It's getting bigger.
Getting bigger all the time.
And this has been through more longs. There we go. It's really bunched up on the needles, but you can see it's quite large. So I'm going to finish the skein I'm on and see where it's at, and I may or may not do another skein after that.
I feel like you might have started for the cardiac right along last year.
I think I did. And I'm enjoying it. I think I'm going to see about doing a duplicate stitch in that one place that's kind of bothering me. I don't really think I missed a stitch or anything. I think I just had a very strange gauge or something. But anyway, it's coming along. There are my Knit Pick circulars. These are size, I think they're size 10.5. I don't have my notes open to that right now. And it's in my PHN Silver Shed USA 2X bag, which I absolutely love, by the lovely Anne Brody. So that's that. And this is the bag that if you see on Laura's podcast, it has a Franciscan Gypsy Designs test in it.
I couldn't remember if it was the red one or the...
She had that one out, but I think she does both.
I mean, I couldn't remember which one the test generally goes in.
Well, when she said it,
Yeah.
it was that one, but I think she does both of them. I don't know. I think it depends if she's got it full or something.
Right. And sometimes I have 2 tests going at once, and
Yeah.
usually she still makes it into the tests.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty quick. 1,
Yeah,
2,
she is.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't forget to put that one lady, Queen Goose, I think it was, who wanted to be in your testing list.
Right. I had,
Ear burn.
the ear burning list.
Okay.
Speaking of testing, because of certain comments expressed during the actually this is the wrong one. During the sparkle test, I am going to be starting a third pony just so I can have some more pictures and fix a tutorial where something couldn't be seen very well. That tutorial will be released whenever I happen to finish this pony. I'm not pushing myself. I think the directions are fairly clear, but it's just more helpful to have a tutorial that's a little bit easier to see. So that tutorial will be fixed when I finish this pony, and I'll just be adding a couple extra pictures for placements.
And this won't be
This will not be
a unipony.
a unipony. I can't show this to you. Her name is Scarlett, spelled like Scarlett Johansson or Scarlett O'Hara. It's my design. And Scarlett is from the Sparkle the Unipony pattern, which is currently in testing. I'm using Brava Sport, and I happen to have some red and some white. Mom, while I'm growing up, had a crocheted red and white horse, which no one else seems to remember but her.
I miss it. I don't know what happened to it.
So she's getting another red and white horse. This one she gets to keep. So that has gotten some work. I finished the eyes.
Yay. Okay, my last one is in here, and I can't show you because it's in testing. And it's not a sparkle. So that's all I can say about
You can
that.
say what the pattern is.
But you haven't introduced it yet.
Yes, I have. People have seen.
Oh, okay, that's what they have. This is the Grayson, the American Robin. I call him Drake, the Intrepid Robin. And for those of you who are Batman fans, you know that Drake refers to Tim Drake, who was the second third Robin.
Third.
Robin.
Don't
Right,
skip Jason.
third. Just, I don't like Jason. Okay. Jason was a pain.
Yeah, he was.
But anyway, the third Robin, and for me, tied with Dick for the best Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I can't show you this. it's in here, and it will remain in here until I finish it. Okay, your turn.
That leads on to mine. The pattern, as evidenced by the fact that Mom has started hers, I finished typing up the pattern. I'm doing the tutorial bird for Grayson American Robin now. You can't see him, but in the theme of Grayson, I've then gone on and named the next one Dick. The original Robin's full name was Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, his full name was Richard Grayson.
Okay, but he always went by Dick.
Yes, he did. Let's get this right.
Well, if you really want to be technical, I think it was Richard John Grayson, because his dad's name was John, because I'm a nerd who actually knows that kind of crap. But
Useless information 101.
But named Dick because the original character's name, the original Robin's name was Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in here, still on the head.
That sounded weird. Still on the head. Okay.
But yeah, working on the tutorial toy.
Is that the last one for you?
That is the last one for me.
Okay, what do you have for FOs?
Sorry.
What do you have for FOs?
Let me make sure I still count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Completely
12,
unedited.
13, 14, 15, 16. I lost a stitch.
It is we are.
Say what?
How many FOs?
Oh, what happened to my phone? There it is.
Okay, I have 3. Do you want me to do one first?
Yeah, you might want. I only have 1.
Okay,
So you might
well,
want to go 2.
No, yeah, okay, let me just... Where is my one? I'll do this one first. In my angel bag, my knit picks, not my knit picks, my Mittens My Bag angel bag, I finished my boysenberry hat. Some of you may have seen it already on my project page. So it's 3 to 18 months, and this is going to, Talia can take it to wherever she takes it. Probably the pregnancy center.
Have you already taken pictures?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, I'll check, but yes.
Because sometimes you've told me that and I've been like, I need that hat back.
I'm pretty sure I have, because, and I'll check it later. But yeah, so that's done. I had a fun doing that.
You had a fun doing
I had a
that?
fun doing that. I had a fun. I can do that because I'm Italian. All right, my second finished project. You probably saw him in the background. This is Cinna.
Oh, I thought you were going to do something else.
I'll do that later.
Did you do something else I wasn't aware of?
Yep. You know what it is. If you think about it, you'll know what it is. So here's Cinna. And he is a very...
If I realized he was next, I would have had you go after me. I thought you were saving him for last.
No, I've got something else I'm saving for last. So, I love Cinna. He makes me happy.
And this is her test unipony. And I wish I had brought Sparkle for comparison.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy, and he's very cuddly, and I love him to pieces. So.
Well, in a less exciting note, are my socks. My first undead yarn socks. They fit very nicely.
Yay!
So, second pair of socks with summer socks. And it's good to have another pair of socks done.
Awesome. Is that all your FOs?
Yes.
Okay, my final FO, you know what this means. This is my turbo
Oh, I
knitter
didn't realize
bag.
you got dyeing done.
This is my turbo knitter bag. I think I got dyeing done. Yes, I did. Okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about those.
I've already posted these in Heidi's Knit Spin Dye. And I have my tags from Maureen on them, which I absolutely love.
You lost your little mini schema.
Oh, my little micro mini. Okay. I'm still working on how to do black. So this obviously hadn't taken completely because this looks like brown and black. Brown and red. This is chocolate covered strawberry oops, and I probably cannot repeat this if I do what I want to do. I might be able to if I do brown instead of black, but I want to learn how to make black properly. And this is food coloring. So yes, Heidi, I will be trying my acid dyes soon. But I thought it came out very well regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And this is a DK weight, 246 yards, 100 grams, 100% superwash merino, machine wash. Cold is what for me, as far as I'm concerned, machine wash it cold, or not even machine wash it cold, hand wash it cold and flat dry it because it might bleed a little bit. This is still really soft.
Yeah, it is.
And this one is...
I can tell you use superwash for that.
Yes. This one is called Nightwing Oops, and this is the same as that one, 246 yards, 100% superwash merino wool, and I would hand wash this. The black held on a little bit better on this one, and that blue is darker. It's actually more of a teal, like a Nightwing's costume. It's not a bright blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a teal. So I was kind of happy with this one as well. But again,
So
I need to get more consistent
closer
with keeping my
to
black. Yes, exactly. Look.
that color.
Here. I can't put it next to him. I can't really see it. It looks like it's different, but it's really not.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other one, this one was fun because this was a pot, what Heidi calls a, no, not Heidi, No Makers calls a pot soaker, and Heidi calls a roadkill. I had some dye.
Although I think roadkill is just not, it doesn't turn out the way Heidi wants it to.
Right. This is more like No Maker's pot soaker. What I did is I had some dye stock that wasn't exhausted, and I thought it was going to be a lot lighter than this. I was actually quite pleased with the way this turned out. So this is really a true, this is what I call an Oops OOAK, one of a kind. And this is 440 yards of 75% merino wool, 30% silk, and it is fingering weight. So I really like the way this turned out, and this one had hardly any bleeding at all. It seemed to have taken really, really well. And it's kind of a, somebody said it reminded him, I think it was Laura Smoot, said that it reminded her like of a glacier or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of a mint color, but not real bright. I like it. It's very pretty. So, don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might see if anybody wants it. Okay, because I'm not really doing much with fingering weight right now. Okay, that's that.
Okay, I guess it leads us on to, before royalties, I do have other news. Let me just, I already mentioned the shirts that are up in the
and I have something too as soon as you're done.
I already mentioned the shirts that are up in the shop. What I did want to mention as well is I have been thinking for a while about the fact that I have a sensitivity.
Are you going to do that now?
What are you going to do?
I guess we can do that now. Go ahead.
I have a sensitivity to non-superwash wool. I can't wear it around my neck. It really itches me. I just have a little bit more sensitive skin. I always have. And unfortunately, this shawl is non-superwash, and it actually bothers me to wear it. Like this Miss Babs, I can wear no problem. It's superwash. It doesn't itch me at all. Unfortunately, this is West Yorkshire Spinners shawl. I really enjoyed knitting. I love the way it turned out, but I can't wear it.
And this is the one that I stopped working on because it was bothering my hands, so I can't keep it either.
I know there are people who can wear pure wool. I'm just a little sensitive to it. So I'm going to start a thread for this and pick by random number generator who gets the shawl, because I want this to go to a good home.
To somebody who will really like it.
Someone who will really like it. I can't wear it, and it's not getting the love it deserves. And I really enjoyed making this. And I'm making myself another one of these shawls out of a superwash, Miss Babs. But I just can't wear this one. I've tried a couple times. So.
Okay. Now, in that vein, I have a couple things as well that, as much as I love Shannon's book, as much as we both love Shannon's book, we're neither one of us going to crochet garments, and crocheting really bothers my hands, and I need to free up some space. So the designer crochet book is going to go up. Because I did not buy it, and Ty did not buy it, we don't feel right selling it.
Mm-hmm.
So it will go up if you want it. Say you want it. And we will do a random number generator for this. And then I have this as well. This is an older, this is a 2008 Crochet a Day calendar. And if you'd like this, I lost my notes. This will also be up in the thread. Either I will put up a new thread, or I'll put them both up, and you'll say which one you want. If you want both, okay. Let me know so that I can send this out. On the same note, My destash has been going really well. I got rid of almost everything that I want to do, but I still have, believe it or not, some Marigold Gin. I have a couple of skeins of Madeline Tosh. They're both in the same colorway. I still have the Flock Personas, and I have some Dragonfly Fibers. If you are interested in any of those yarns, I have prices on my destash. If you don't like those prices, I will listen to what you think is reasonable, and maybe we can come to an arrangement. I'm not talking about having a bid off. I'm just talking about a private message saying, I'd like that yarn. It's a little too expensive. Would you consider that? And we'll see what we can work out. But the prices are very low. They're at least half off. So you might want to take a look at that if you're in the market for some indie dyed yarn. That's good quality stuff. I'm trying to move out my fingering and my lace weight. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it for that.
Does that lead us on to royalties?
Yeah, hold on, I've lost my notes again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay.
While you're thinking of that, I got a delivery from Plum Deluxe. I needed more tea sugar, so I bought some more tea to go with it. I was running low on my Portland Rose City chai, so I picked up more of that. And I picked up Garden Grove green tea, which has green tea, jasmine flowers, rose petals, dried cherries, and vanilla essence.
Yummy.
And this one's very good too. It's a little bit lighter, but it is a green tea, so.
Okay. Now, we got a box from a certain person. You want to do that next? You want
Save that for last.
Save it for last. Okay. All right. I won something from... Actually, I won two somethings from a crocheting Whovian, who's Laura, for her Whip It Cal. And the other thing I'll show you when it comes in. But I also want a pattern, and so I picked up the sailing pattern by Meg Gadsby. This is what Laura sent to me. And it's a very straightforward asymmetric shawl. I have some yarn that a friend of mine, she knows who she is, and she'll know when she sees it worked up, that I think this will look really good on, because it's a hand-spun variegated, and I think this will look really good. I saw some hand-spun variegated, and it looked great, so I'm really happy about this. How many do you have?
Two.
Okay, I'll do another one then. I also won... I was blessed to win a couple of things this week. Let me see. What's this? Okay, I won this from Pettis Kim, who is the Crafty Nomad. And this was a really nice prize as well. And she sent stuff to Davina and Talia in here also. Yes. Thank you so much, Kim. And I thought it was a cute idea. She used washi tape, I think this is washi tape, to close it so I can open and close it without tearing the bubble wrap. Okay, this was my little package here. She gave Davina some beads, which Davina absolutely loved. I don't have them in here anymore. She gave, this is Talia's. I'm sorry about the crinkling. There's Talia's.
Okay, you need all the decrease.
I got a nice little card that I'm not going to show you because that's personal. But she sent me this little bag here. Oops. There's a bunny. Some tea is in here. This was the little extras. There's tea in here. Now, these earrings were actually Talia's, but she can't wear dangles. She loves them.
Yeah, I love them, but I used to wear them all the time, but in college I had guy friends who used to bat at them, and they would also get caught on people want to hug. So this ear actually has a little bit of a tear in it, and it'll drop significantly, visibly lower than the other ear.
So I'm hoping to see if I can open my holes in my ears up again so I can wear them.
Yeah, I can only wear studs.
But this is what she sent me. She sent me, look at this, isn't this amazing? I love my little green owl. So I got a little green owl, and I'm not sure what, this is just kind of a little, I don't know, it's just a little shape. It's really pretty. It's got some nice little picture designs on it.
And I have an apple progress keeper.
These are progress keepers, yeah.
And I have a lemon knitted stitch marker.
And this nice little case. So that was the extras. That wasn't even my prize.
And then tea.
Yeah, the FT. The prize was one of her first bags that she ever made, is my understanding. And I just love this. It's so old-fashioned and Victorian. I absolutely love it. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this. It's so sturdy. You open it up, and you can see the inside. It's a really pretty kind of light brown printed fabric in here. And it stands on its own. You can just... The fabric's very sturdy. It's, I don't think it has an interfacing, but
almost
it's
looks
definitely
quilted.
Yeah, it feels like it's quilted. And then she sent me this yarn. I absolutely love it. Now it's fingering weight, and it is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So I could do socks if I ever wanted to do that. There's 218 yards in this. What I'm thinking I'm going to do with this, I'm going to hold them two together and make a toy. Mm-hmm. Yes, with silk.
Because that is what you do.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. So I'm very appreciative of this lovely prize. Thank you very much, Kim. You outdid yourself. And I think this was for her July finished objects, I think it was. I forget what it was I put in for. But it was very nice. And the bag is just very, very pretty. I'd say it's a shawl size, a small shawl size bag. Very pretty. Okay.
For my turn, I guess.
Well, the other stuff... Oh, I forgot to mention this. I didn't... How many do you have? You have two more. I have two after this, plus that. So you want to do this one?
I can just go and then you can keep talking.
Oh, okay.
This, I'm not sure if I received it last week or not. It was a pre-order. And it's a book by Derek Wilson, the guy who wrote my book on King John. No, actually, I don't think he wrote my book on King John. I can't remember what book. He was an author that I'd heard about through Deanna Bakery Bears. I don't think I've actually read one of his books yet. The Plantagenets, The Kings That Made Britain. So this might be my next one, since I am working my way through medieval times to Tudor time. And, I mean, this was like a fairly quick reading comparison to the ones that I've been reading. So I have a feeling I'll speed through this. Doesn't appear to be as in-depth. I might go on to Dan Jones's Plantagenets after that, or I might go on to another biography. I don't know. Oh, not ready for that. Other one?
I thought you said that you're going to finish up?
Yeah, and then you'll go.
Right.
Is I finally broke down. I've been wanting this mug for about 6 months. And no one got it for me for Christmas or my birthday, so I bought it for myself finally.
You had so much interesting stuff on there, you know?
The House of Tudor. And it has all the kings and queens.
I'm kind of surprised they have Jane Grey in there, but...
Well, she was for, was it 10 days?
Yeah.
Something like that. So she does count even if it wasn't very long. She never got her coronation or anything. So yeah, there you go. Henry the
Seventh.
Seventh. Sorry, my brain just died. Henry the Seventh, Henry the Eighth, Edward the Sixth, Lady Jane, Mary the First, Elizabeth the First. Yeah, Lady Jane Grey doesn't even get a number because she wasn't queen long enough. I know. I don't think all lists count her
right.
as queen. I'm not sure personally if I would.
No.
But I can see arguments for both sides.
Okay, the last one I won as a prize was from Laura for her, and this is Crochet Hoovian, for her autism awareness. And I won this lovely, Silvershed USA medium size autism awareness bag, very appropriate. And it's got a little blue inside. And she sent me this, Talia and I both, this lovely, I think it's a progress keeper.
Yeah, I think so.
So I really like that. And I might put it on my zipper pull instead of a progress keeper because it's, good size pull there. But I love this bag. Thank you very much, Laura. Thank you for this lovely prize. So that's that. And I don't want to lose the card. Get out here. Okay. Now, The last two I actually bought. The other ones were prizes. I may have bought some yarn from Heidi. Yeah. I have been looking at these for a long time. This is her roadkill. It's DK weight and the cemetery base. And I just love this color. It's going to be an owl.
I was gonna say it looks like a toy.
It's going to be an owl. I keep losing my notes, which is very frustrating.
Mine are behaving themselves.
Okay. And then I bought these two, which are also roadkill. And these are DK, so this is the werewolf base. And they each have 350 yards, so I don't know what these are going to be yet. But they're really pretty. I love the color. Both of these have been in my cart for like a month, and nobody picked them up. I said, well, I have some money from Destash. I'm buying these. So that is my yarn for that. And something else I did on my yarn, on my Destash money, the place where I buy all my needles on Etsy had a huge sale. I mean, they had like 15% off, and then if you had a certain code over a certain amount, you got all this extra off. I had almost 25% off.
Right.
I bought a set of Chalgu, a complete set of Chalgu interchangeables, red lace interchangeable needles, and it was like, I think I saved like $40 on it, or $40-50 on it. So I was really happy with this, and they sent me along with it this. It's a notepad. I didn't buy it; they just sent it to me. And that's the place, Grandma's Knit and Crochet on Etsy, grandmashandknitting.com. And I love doing business with them. They're super fast. They are very accessible and just a pleasure to work with. I always get my stuff really, really fast, and I always like what I have. And they do a lot of Chalgu, all the different Chalgu things. So that's that. Now, the final is from Valeria.
Yes.
Okay. This little box was in our mailbox today. Shall we do the hats first? Oh, this goes in the.
That's the prize.
Can we put that in the prize, the white prize? Yeah. Okay. Now, first thing she sent was Davina's. She sent this for Davina. We appreciate you guys thinking of Davina. She
Yes.
gets such a thrill over it. These beads for her to make things out. Davina was absolutely thrilled, Valeria. Absolutely thrilled. Thank you so much for thinking of her.
Thank you.
Okay. And now, the baby hats. She sent baby hats. I want to get those done first.
And these are I believe this is the 7th hat pattern.
And they all turned out beautifully. I think there's like six baby hats or 7.
I have 5. There we go, 6. So,
And she
some babies will be very, very happy.
with those. They absolutely turned out beautifully.
I love them.
Okay, now that's wonderful. We love all that. And then she sent us each something. Well, first of all, she sent cup of tea.
Yes.
Several cup of tea. These are
Shai Creedon the
and Asam the. And
the I believe stands for tea.
Valeria, do we pronounce this as a TH or is it T? Tay. How do you pronounce that? But anyway, this one, I think that was like an apple chai.
Let's see, this has tea, which is tea, pepper, which I believe is pepper, caneel, whatever that is.
Maybe chamomile?
Maybe. There's cardamom. Gember, I'm not sure what Gember is.
Ginger, maybe?
Maybe. And then Crudengel and aroma.
Yeah, I don't know what all that is. So it looks lovely.
It does.
And so she sent us these two. There's a lot of tea in here, and to be able to make the tea, she sent us infusers. Aren't these awesome? Aren't they cute?
They're very cute.
Love them. Love, love, love. Okay, and she sent.
Can't wait to.
These, Valeria, I saw these and I just about squealed because I haven't had these since I lived in Belgium, I think. it's hard to explain what these are. They have like honey or something in the center of them.
They're very good.
They're very thin. They're very sweet. And they're like a waffly, and they are so good. We had one before the podcast.
Yes. One each.
One
not
each.
splits.
Yes. And look at the can. It's definitely Dutch. Love it. Okay. Now, yeah.
Hang on. My...
Do your thing and my thing, and then we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a bookmark, which is good because I've been doing a lot of reading.
Isn't that pretty? And she gives us little notes on it. It's so
Yeah.
nice. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that gorgeous?
So that's very beautiful.
And she sent me something I haven't used since I was a kid. It's a seal. You know,
I had to actually ask Mom how it works.
there's a little candle, not a candle, a little wax, and a little seal and some ribbon. And what you do is you light it. There's a wick on the end of this. A wick on the end of this. And you light that, and you melt the wax onto an envelope. And then you use this stamp to do a seal on the envelope to close it. I used to love mine. I have no idea what happened to mine. So thank you very much, Valeria. And I think it says for you on here. So I love this. And then arguably, as if this wasn't enough, this thing made us just...
This was probably...
We did squeal for this.
Yes.
Because we haven't seen these in like 25 years. 25 years.
Yeah.
Almost 25 years.
I was 10 when we left. And we used to get them all the time.
Yeah.
So it was almost 20 years.
But see, look, she got it like this. And those of you who live in Europe probably know what this means or have been in Europe. Kinder eggs! I love Kinder eggs!
I can't wait to see what the toy is.
I know, but we can't open it until Daddy sees this.
Yes.
Kinder eggs. I love Kinder eggs.
I used to love the little Terrapin toys.
Me too. Oh, these are...
I still have some of my Kinder Egg toys.
We have some on our windowsill still.
Yeah.
We used to love these. We used to get them in Germany. We used to get them in Belgium. We used to get them in England. It's amazing. And Valeria, this is awesome. Thank you so much. So we had a wonderful surprise package from Valeria. Thank you, Valeria, for being so thoughtful. We appreciate that very, very much. You spoil us rotten.
Absolutely rotten.
Okay, so what's next?
Then it's just what some people call indie bits, what we call autobiography.
Okay.
Been listening / watching to my Great Courses class on the early Middle Ages, which I am enjoying. I've just exiting the end of Roman period into what is most commonly considered medieval. Mm-hmm. Because of that, because when they talked about Augustine a bit, they had 2 whole lectures on Augustine. I ended up picking up the complete works of Augustine. I'm currently reading City of God. But because it's complete works in one Kindle book, I've been on 1% for the past 10 chapters. I mean, the chapters are short, but still. It's semi-annoying because it doesn't look like I made any progress. And then I'm still reading Thomas Becket by John Guy. And I've made quite a bit of progress on that. So, about that far.
Awesome.
And the bookmark I use is a knitted bookmark that was given to me by...
I think that was Jeanette who gave it to us.
I don't remember because...
I still use hers too, and I wish I could remember because every once in a while I want to think about her every time I do it. I think it was Jeanette who gave it to us. Mine is green-blue. Okay, I also bought some books. I bought the second book in the Maze Runner, which I think I told you, and I picked up the book on St. Augustine that Talia has, and I picked one up on the Blessed Virgin Mary by Catherine Emmerich. So I have that. No real writing. I did post 3 days.
I did work on Shared Story.
I did post 3 days of alternative prompts for my CHP writer group because the person who was doing it was on the road. He did post them retroactively when he got back because he had set them up to be timered, and apparently they didn't go off. So I covered for him, but he did post them. I do want to ask for prayers. I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday. Nothing to worry about. I just have a recheck for my thyroid. to see, have another ultrasound, talk to the doctor, see what's going on. I'm sure everything is fine, but, if you can keep me in your prayers, I appreciate that. Anything else?
Well, I think that might be it. I'm sure that Dad's getting a little impatient.
Yeah, my husband has to eat, so we need to get going here. So, I do want to do some thank yous. I want to thank PJ Matilda, who is Pam, from the Little Owl Fibers podcast, for the shout out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch this. First of all, she's funny, but the second part of it, the last part of her podcast, is really funny because she talks about us, and I laughed out loud. It was so funny. And then want to thank everyone for the YouTube comments: Yarnaceuticals, Victorian Studio, Sharon Keller, Kelly Dang, Becky Garcia, and Isela Cellular, who is Izzy. Izzy, do you want us to still call you Izzy? Cause
I know
you
it's really hard for me to think of you as anything else but Izzy, because you've been Izzy for me for years. It's been years.
Yeah, so let us know what you prefer, and that is what we will do.
Yeah.
Just so we know what it is. Okay, so I think that's it. We are going to be podcasting on a Monday, right, next week?
Yes.
Okay, we are going to be podcasting on a Monday next week again, so we look forward to seeing you then. We thank you for spending time with us here in the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We wish you a week full of every good thing and blessing, knitting, crocheting, anything that makes you happy. And this is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 218, and that's a wrap.